How would that operate? If there's a church, or if there's a Elks, or if there's a whatever, a neighborhood association or whatever, how could they utilize your radio station? What would they do?
They should contact me. The website is wazufm.org. It's a very primitive website right now.
That's fine, because they might be like me, don't even have access to websites. Is there a phone number that you folks have? Or
we they can call us at 694-5307.
Okay.
That's a direct line to WAZU Peoria, 90.7.
Okay.
Yep, and as far as if anyone, I don't care if they're Jim, Bob, or Pete, if they want to come on to my show, The New Movement, they can feel free to contact that number, and if they have any issues or anything of that nature that they want to discuss, we can do that, because the community radio station is not about us, it's about the community.
That's right.
Yep, and that's the voice that we're trying to give to them.
Well, I'm glad that we have that as a vehicle for communication.
Right.
Because a lot of times some positive things are going on that people don't even know about until after it was over. Say, boy, I sure wish I'd known. Nobody ever said nothing. I didn't hear nothing about it. So hopefully, things that would be a benefit for our elderly, our youth, our community as a whole would utilize your radio station as a way of getting the word out and letting people know what's going on, or talking about issues, as you point out. What is the impact of certain things in neighborhoods and things like that?
Absolutely.
In fact, I have found, having worked on the city council and being involved in community, a lot of people won't take the initiative to go somewhere to a meeting, but if they can hear about the meeting or what came out of the meeting through a vehicle such as yours, then it's even as meaningful, if not more meaningful, because most meetings, if you got 50 to 100 people there, people think, well, we had a good turnout. But hopefully thousands can turn to your radio station and magnify the message or the importance of whatever you're talking about to many more individuals and families.
Exactly, and that's what we're aiming for, because I mean that's why the radio show is titled The New Movement, because the flow, I want people to understand the access, the flow of information, how powerful that is. Just by us being on this radio show and communicating with you, we now know that the traveler exists. I mean, I knew that the traveler exists, but I wasn't thinking about it. But now we can use the traveler as a means of getting the word out to the community, the flow of information. So what the new movement is about is giving people that information that they need to know about. Whether it's jobs, meetings that they can go to discuss any type of issues in their neighborhood, whether it's the police department, the mayor, political officials, things of that nature. What I would want is for everyone to tune in to any radio show that they can get that information at 90.7 WAZU. Because that information is something that they could utilize to improve their lives and improve their community. So one day, hopefully, everyone in Peoria will be listening to 90.7 WAZU, because it's their radio station. It's they own that.
That's a unique and catchy title, The New Movement. How did that title, was that something that you also came up with?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The New Movement, I think what it represents, what you were talking about earlier, is being able to motivate people to participate. You educate, you motivate so that people will participate. So the new movement, that's what that's about. People getting access to that information. Hopefully that information will inspire them to do something wherever they reside at in their community. Because that information is designed for people to move on it. That's why it's the new movement. And
not getting political one way or the other, because I get kind of turn off Democrats versus Republican and so forth. But there was also a title given to a spectacular movement that was called Yes We Can. Yes We Can. Those three words kind of got people involved. And the new movement may create a movement in terms of positive things in our community. I'm so tired of reading headlines, another shooting on the south side, another this and so forth. And there are a lot of things that are going on. Well, gentlemen, I'm getting time cues that I'm going to have to bring this to an end,
That's
but
okay.
I want to extend to you an invitation to come back and share with our viewers and me how things are going, and hopefully you will become the word of the day in terms of radio. And I want to say that in behalf of the Peoria community, welcome. We can use your help and continue to be focused in helping people to become a part of a new movement and become successful as individuals and as a community. We're going to take a break, and I want to thank you for watching this, and I want you to tune in to 90.6?
90.7.
Boy, I'm getting it all mixed up. What is it again?
90.7 FM.
90.7 FM. Start listening. Participate. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Captions. I'm so glad that you came back, and I hope you brought somebody back with you, because I think you're going to find this part of our program a very informational and an inspiring program. As you can see, I have 3 more guests, some special guests. Sitting immediately to my left is Josh Battles. To his left is Agbara Bryson, and to his left is Carlos Jones. Gentlemen, welcome to Captions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are here tonight because of a special program that is going on, of which all 3 of you are a part of. And Agbara, I've known you for a number of years. In fact, you've been on this show before talking about a program that you were starting and operating at ICC. Can you start off, first of all, by telling us what is this program called Harvesting Dreams? Who is it for, or what is its purpose?
Well, there are 2 components of Harvesting Dreams. There's Harvesting Dreams, which is part of the African American Male Initiative.
Okay.
ICC's one of their strategical plans is to recruit African Americans, and particularly focus upon the African American males,
Great.
whose retention rate is significantly lower than the rest of the population. So under this initiative, which was the African American Male Committee, I had the opportunity to seek out and try to help develop an organization that would deal with target African American males and deal with the retention issues. So I guess we've been going on maybe 3 years now. We anticipated that we would have been extremely happy if we would have had just a core group of 6 to 8, and we kind of expected that, because after all, it is during the lunch period at 12 o'clock. We meet from 12 to 1, and historically, the college has not had any luck, very little luck, with having students stay for lunch and come to any kind of activities during that period of time.
Right.
So it's been our experience that the program really has caught on. These are 2 of my ambassadors here. It's not unusual for us to see 20, 25 young men. I think 2 weeks ago we had about 40 guys that came. So this has been what we've been doing probably for the last two to 3 years. And we started off with it, and then at one point we had African American ladies come in. Now for them, they got mad and they said, "You ain't got nothing for us." We said, "We can come in, but you can't talk." That ain't made them madder.
Oh, well, telling a woman she can't talk, boy,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
stifling.
Yeah. So as a result, We now have a program that we just started. It's called Harvesting Dreams 2.
Okay.
And we have 2 individuals. Ms. Emma Bailey has been instrumental with volunteering to help coordinate that project, as well as Ms. Nikki Anderson, who is an employee at ICC. Miss Emma, she's a student, and just happened to see her, and I said, hey, we need anyone, would you be interested in helping to facilitate, this project? She said she would, and they've been meeting for, I would say, close to a year, and they meet on Tuesdays. We're still getting membership with their, I think they have about 10 girls, which is good. But we're going to be working to increase their recruitment also. So that's just a little history of our project.
Well, that's great, and I'm glad that you brought 2 of the participants in the program with you. And let me start with you, Josh. Can you kind of share some of your background, or where you're from? Are you a Peorian?
Yeah.
And where did you go to high school?
I went to Richwoods High School.
Went to Richwoods. And were you involved in anything from athletics or anything of that type while you were at Richwoods?
Yeah, I did football, and I did football my first 2 years.
Okay.
And then I decided to go out for a cross-country team, and that worked out. That actually helped me get into college a little bit.
That's great.
So that's about it. And I also did track. So.
All right. What do you think about this program? Do you think it's been of any benefit to you, and do you think it would be a benefit to other young men who are thinking about going to school and staying in school? What are some of your thoughts regarding the program?
Absolutely. When he first started this, I was he told me about it and stuff, and I was like, that sounds like a great idea, because there's a lot of clubs that, not really. There's a lot of clubs out there,
Right.
But
right.
for African Americans to, help people stay, level-headed and stuff, it's a great program, actually. I had moved recently to Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
And basically just for a new start in life and stuff like that. And I called Agbara and was like, man, this ain't the same. Obviously you're in 2 different places, but I missed, this program so much.
Right.
And I know he had some plans on expanding Harvesting Dreams and stuff. And so out there, I called him and I was like, look, I'm trying to get this started out here if we can any kind of way. And I ended up coming back. He's helped me with so much stuff,
And that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. I know. I'm just happy to know that we have students, minority students, African American men, because unfortunately you represent, although it's an increasing number of young black men that are going to school, you're still in a sense a minority. We often read about the ones during the summer who's doing all the shooting and the looting, but I always say that for every one of them there's another one who's standing tall and trying to do the right thing, and I'm glad that you found a program such as this program to keep you in school, because not only is it important to recruit, but to retain. In fact, the retention, I remember when I went to Ball State Teachers College, I remember the first orientation, they said, look to your left and look to your right. One of the 3 of you will not be here come graduation. And they were right. They had no such program or an individual on my campus. In fact, they had no blacks on campus at that time at Ball State, and I doubt if they got too many down there now. But somebody kind of take me under wing and advise me and encourage me, and that is important. What about you, Carlos? Where are you from up Peoria, or give us some idea about your background, or what your major might be, or something about you?
Okay, well, yes, sir. First of all, my major is business administration.
Great.
I just heard you speak about the violence that goes on in the city. I'm what's called a non-traditional student. The last time I was in school was back in '97. That was my junior year. I come from the other side of the table.
Okay.
Unlike Josh, I was a football star, but I made some bad decisions, and wound up having to get my GED while I was incarcerated.